Welcome back to my channel, A Rant, the channel where I rant about whatever is on my mind. And today, we're talking about lesbians again. Oh, I can never escape. Alright, so, lesbians, specifically, how I feel. Well, I feel really lonely. I really wanted to talk about, how lonely it feels being a lesbian. And I've been thinking about this a lot, because, you know, it's just been weighing on me a lot this year, and I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to hopefully find some other people who maybe feel this way, and hopefully make you feel less alone. So yes, I'm a lesbian, and I felt really alone, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, it's not even a romantic thing. I've chosen to be single for the last 4 years, because the last person I dated was fine, but I probably let some things slide that I probably shouldn't have. Kind of was a lot, so I needed to take a break, and I kind of noticed that I was rushing into different relationships because I couldn't be alone. And this is mainly because of the compet thing. I made a video on that, so feel free to watch that one. But yeah, I was compet, and I was kind of sold on the idea that romance equals happy ever after. So when I found out that I was gay, I kind of just removed the man from the situation and emplaced woman, and was like, all right, 2 women equal happiness forever. That does not happen. And so I rushed in from relationship to relationship, desperately trying to fill the void, and I couldn't be alone with myself. And so then after my last relationship, I was like, all right, I need some time to be single. And so I've been single, and honestly, it's been fine. I have not felt lonely, relationship-wise in a while. However, I wanted to talk about more abstract feelings of loneliness, ones that aren't just wanting a partner and stuff. I've specifically felt really lonely because I don't know many other lesbians, and I will get to it in a sec. I know a lot of queer people, almost my entire friend group is gay or trans, and they're amazing. I love you if you're watching this video. Hi! I love y'all, thank you so much. I love my friends. We are all very queer, we're all very trans. We love each other, it's great. I love my friends. But I think I know 2 lesbians. One of them I probably haven't talked to since they graduated, and the other I love. She's chill. But we don't talk a lot. I don't know. And I kind of crave the community connection that everyone else has. I've noticed something where even though we're mostly queer, most of us like women, and they also like men. I don't like men. So that kind of limits the amount of conversations I can have with them. They are talking about men, they're talking about having sex with men, they're talking about how hot men are, all the very explicit things that they want to do with men, and I kind of just have to sit there listening and nodding my head and going, I can't relate to this conversation at all. I will wait. And it's not like I want to be very explicit and talk about women and how hot they are. It's just I can't really talk about men. To me in my life, men don't hold that significant importance in my life. Obviously there's cis men that in my life that I love. I love my dad. Love him. He says he's straight. Love him. And he obviously holds importance in my life. It's just men in general aren't my biggest concern. I'm not constantly chasing after guys. I'm not constantly thirsting after guys. Not to say my friends are. It's just, I'd say about 80% of the conversation revolves around men that I can't relate to. And there is 20% that revolves around women, which I love. But I also notice a difference in the way we talk about men and women, even in our queer space, where a lot of times when we talk about men, it's very explicit, and it's very detailed, and it goes on for a while. Whenever we talk about women, it's very, oh, she's so hot, moving on. And it's like, wait, I didn't get to put my input in. If that's all right, can we circle back to that? No, we're already talking about men again? Okay, I will wait back. It's very short. It's very, like, small, petite. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, we don't really talk about women that much. And that kind of, it doesn't necessarily, like, make me sad or anything, but it does make me feel like I'm excluded from a lot of conversations. And I will say, my friend group is so much better than, like, any other group that I've had. Like, I don't even think I can be friends with straight girls anymore. I love straight girls. I love all girls. I love women. I love women. I love women. I just cannot handle talking about boys 24/7. If you're a girl, a straight girl, who has decentered men from her life, let's be best friends. Let's be best friends. I am totally chill with being best friends with you. I just can't handle hearing about men all the time. And from my experience in the past, if I befriend a straight girl, it's all they want to talk about. It's like, I have this crush on Kyle. Here's the most basic white man ever. Oh my god, he's so awesome! Oh my god, tell me more! I can't handle it. It's so... It'd be what... I'm fine with a girl telling me about her crush. I'm all for that. Tell me that. But when it's the third time in the last 5 minutes, and you have not let me speak, especially with... my experience with a lot of straight girls is... My crush. Do you have a crush? And then I go, oh yeah. Or if I do... Yeah, I have a crush on this girl. Oh. Anyway, back to my male crush. And then they, like, try to get away from the fact that I like women as quickly as possible. And I find that, like, really, like, okay, well, you probably are homophobic or at least made uncomfortable with the fact that I like women, even though I don't like you. And I could very clearly tell you, their name is this, and you'd still be like, I think you have a crush on me. And I'd be like, okay, well, I don't know what I can do then. I find those conversations really difficult with straight women because they kind of just only talk about men. Or like, if I don't have a crush on someone, it's, do you have a crush on anyone? No. Moving back to my crush, like, again, it's so male-centered and I just can't handle it. And even, like, when it's, like, celebrities, it's like, oh, who's your celebrity crush? And it's like, I like women. And so, you know, it's, oh, this guy's so hot. Oh, this guy's so hot. Oh, this guy's so hot. You? Oh, this woman's so hot. Eek! Let's skedaddle. Yeah. So, I really have trouble finding connections with straight women because I feel like a lot of them haven't decentered men from their life. And for them, the priority is still dating and dating men and constantly revolving their whole life around men. And I found with a lot of queer people in general, it's also kind of like that. I don't know, it's weird. And so I've kind of been, like, really focused on finding lesbian friends, not so we can just, like, yap about women all day, but mainly just so I don't have to yap about men. I feel like that's the difference. I don't want to yap about women 24/7, I just don't want to have to yap about men 24/7, and I feel like that's kind of necessary if you like men in any sort of way. And I just don't, so it's like 90% of these conversations I just can't be a part of, and it's really lonely. It makes me feel really lonely. And then my next thing is, I'm in a red swing state. It's been not fun. It's been really not fun. Our governor is evil. Not fun at all. And I've been feeling really lonely, like I've said. And so I'm trying to go, all right, how do I feel less lonely? How do I feel community? Because that's my thing that I'm looking for. I am looking for community. I want to meet other lesbians. And they're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found. I can't find any lesbians in like, I can find a couple, but they're very few and far between, and that's if we get along. And so I was like, all right, our school doesn't have a GSA. We used to before our governor banned it. Fuck you. Yeah, he banned our GSA. So I haven't had a Pride Club or a GSA since, like, 8th grade. So that's been real fun when I feel really lonely. And when the state of our world has been booty hole. So, you know, that's been there. And so then I was like, all right, let me look around my city, see if I can find anything. There is a couple of queer alliances, but they are an hour away. And on the highway, which I'm a little scared of, but honestly, I'm willing to push through. It's just I'm also really busy with school, which I know is a lot of excuses, but I am genuinely trying. And then I was like, all right, I wonder if there's any lesbian specific ones, because I'm worried about going to the, like, youth alliance and only being trans people, which I love, but I'm looking for lesbians, and gay men. And again, love the queer community, love pink. But again, I'm really looking for lesbian communities. And there just isn't anything. The most I've gotten is for retirement communities and retirement parties and stuff like that for lesbians. And that's all I have. And so it's like, all right, I'm trying to find lesbian community, and it's only for 80-year-olds. Time to party at the retirement home. I don't know. And, like, I'm not allowed on most social media either. So I'm also, like, really isolated, and I don't know lesbian culture. I've heard a lot, but I also haven't, like, experienced anything firsthand. I've pretty much only dated bisexuals. I've only met, like, 2 or 3 lesbians, including my grandma. We love you, grandma. Me and twin. Generational gay. Let's go. But I haven't experienced a lot of community. It's really hard. And I'm trying desperately to find spaces just for lesbians. And there just really isn't any for just lesbians. I don't know. I'm like, I'm really desperate. I'm getting desperate here. If anyone has any ideas about how to meet other lesbians, that would be amazing, because I'm really desperate. And anytime I tell anyone this, they always think I'm looking for romance. I'm not looking for romance. I am simply looking for community because I feel so alone. And it's also another aspect of this is, like, in media. I have gotten so, like, sad and depressed about, like, representation, especially after Stranger Things.
Fuck you, Duffer Brothers. Fuck you. Fuck you. Not even for Byler, but for Ro Vicky. For Ro Vicky? Are you serious? Lesbians don't get any representation. You get praise for Robin and Vicky, and then you bring them up off screen.
And then you make Robin
femme, even though she said she hated frilly clothes, and you put her in a frilly outfit and got her hair and you butchified her, even though she wasn't really butch, but, like, she was sort of masked, and you took that away from her.
Yeah. So, you know, media for lesbians has been horrible. It's all been doomed, which I am really tired of. I'm tired of seeing myself be constantly stuck in a cycle of doom and despair. With Heated Rivalry coming out, there was a lot of support for gay men, mainly from fetishizing women, or, like, cis straight women. But when Bridgerton came out saying lesbian couple, they went, boo, fuck them lesbians. And I went, okay, I'll just go die then. I'll just go die. Screw me for wanting representation. Anytime Netflix shows a show with lesbians as the main characters, canceled after 1 season, I just want something that's not doomed. I've gotten to a point where I'm getting, like, I used to be like, I just want to see lesbians in media, period. And now I'm like, I can't handle anything doomed. So that limits me to 2 shows. It basically limits me, like, a lot. Because everything for lesbians is doomed. Gay men have been popping off recently in media because women find it a way to escape from, you know, misogyny, and also they can fetishize it. That's also another thing. But, like, lesbians don't really get that. Either a stereotype or, like, two femmes making out in a very sexual way, specifically for men, or we get to die. And those are our three options. Stereotype that gets made fun of, sexualized, or dead. And that's all we get. And I'm getting really tired of it. I'm getting really tired of it. And it's making me feel even more alone. Because it's like, damn, am I really just doomed to be, like, a lesbian stereotype, dead, or only be perceived by men? The one group of people that I'm trying to avoid the most. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. I'm so tired of this. I don't want to do this anymore, actually. Yeah, so I've been feeling really shitty. I've been feeling really lonely. And I was wondering if anyone else was feeling like this. I'm sure other people have been feeling like this. I mean, like, I've looked up on YouTube, like, being a lonely lesbian, like, not gonna lie, like 5 times, because I'm kind of just desperate to find that, like, other people feel like this, so I can feel just, again, a little less alone, because it is just, like, it's hard. It's really hard to be lesbian, especially if you're in, like, a red state. It's difficult, and I want to be a safe space, and I want to be a space where, you know, other lesbians who feel like they're alone can go to, because it is rough. It is, and I want to be a safe space. And I'm kind of hoping that with this channel, I can maybe form that community that I've been missing. The one that I haven't had because of my red state, and, you know, there just aren't a lot of spaces for lesbians. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so that's probably gonna be all from me. I hope you have a good day, night, or whatever time it is where you are. I hope you drink some water, eat some food, brush your teeth, take a shower, and, yeah, I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye!